Hello, everyone. I'm Sign1News anchor Gatry Persaud. Here's a quick look at the top trending stories making headlines today. If you post an interesting comment during this update, we may add it at the bottom of the screen. Important elections are happening around the country today, November 2nd, and the results of some key races could impact what Americans can expect in upcoming elections, like the Virginia governor's race. Democrat Terry McAuliffe is going up against Republican Glenn Youngkin, and that race is considered a measure of national political sentiment heading into the 2020 midterms. Minneapolis has a police referendum on the ballot, which would significantly overhaul policing in the city and serve as a test of the police reform movement across the country. In the New Jersey governor's race, a win for Democratic Governor Phil Murphy would be a win for the party as a whole, since he'd be the first Democratic governor to be reelected in the state since 1977. In the Boston mayoral race, the city could make history, electing its first woman of color, Michelle Wu. And in the Atlanta mayoral race, 14 candidates are vying for the city's top spot. In January 2020, a helicopter crash killed NBA star Kobe Bryant and 7 others. The victims' families, including Bryant's widow, Vanessa, filed a civil lawsuit claiming several members of the fire and sheriff's department shared the gruesome crash photos in bars and other places not connected to the investigation. But LA County lawyers filed a motion requesting a psychological evaluation of Bryant and the other plaintiffs to prove whether the emotional distress they suffered was caused by the photo leak or the crash itself. The judge denied their request, and now the trial is set to go forward in February. Family members of prison inmate Frederick Goss were allowed to see video of the courthouse shooting that landed him in the hospital to show exactly what happened last month on October 26th. We want to warn you, the video may be disturbing to some viewers. A deputy was helping Goss, who was unhandcuffed, out of a vehicle into a wheelchair. When Goss grabbed the deputy's gun, as the two men wrestled over the weapon, another deputy saw what was happening, rushed to help, and shot Goss. Again, we want to warn you, the video may be disturbing to some viewers. Air travel has been a nightmare recently, as several airlines have had to cancel or delay flights, leaving travelers stranded and frustrated. So, travel experts break down what you should do if your flight is canceled or delayed. Every airline has different policies, but you may be eligible for a cash refund, not a voucher, if you have several stops on your trip and one of the stops is canceled. Be proactive and find a flight your airline can rebook for you. Because if you come to them with an easy solution to the problem, they will most likely take it and move you on to the new flight. A word of warning: the video in this story may be disturbing to some viewers. Rescuers in Nigeria continue to pull bodies from the rubble of a collapsed luxury high-rise in the Ikoyi neighborhood. At least 5 people have died and many people are feared to be trapped. This is video of the building right after the collapse. But at this point, the government says an investigation into the cause of the collapse is ongoing. More than 100 world leaders, representing more than 85% of the planet's forest, have all agreed to end deforestation by 2030. Deforestation and forest degradation account for about 11% of the world's carbon emissions. The leaders agreed to commit about $12 billion of public funds to protecting and restoring forests, plus over $7 billion of private investments. And President Joe Biden pledged America, one of the world's biggest carbon emitters, would lead the way. In 1990, President George H.W. Bush designated November as a month to recognize the sacrifices, contributions, and achievements of Native American people. According to the Department of Indian Affairs, there are about 326 reservations in the U.S., making up more than 56 million acres of land. There are many ways to honor Native Americans this month. You can visit one of the reservations or a Native American museum to learn more about local tribes. You can support Native-owned businesses and charities. And many activists are urging Americans to be more culturally sensitive when celebrating Thanksgiving this year. Sign1News will be broadcasting live updates Monday through Friday. Then this Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, join us for a live panel of diverse guests to discuss the hot topics of the week. Again, be sure to post your thoughts and comments at any time during any of the live shows. We might even share your comment. A big thank you to our Sign1News app supporters. You help make this broadcast happen. You can download the Sign1News app by heading to the App Store or Google Play Store on your smartphone. And you can also watch on Apple TV, Apple Watch, Amazon, and Roku. Have a wonderful day.